Hello! In this video we're going to quickly assemble the floor stand. So I got all the items laid out here. You saw from the earlier video when we unboxed the item. So let's go ahead and quickly assemble this. We'll follow directions here. Although this does come with wrenches, for sake of time I'm going to go ahead and use my own tools. So I'm going to set these to the side. Alright, so the first step here is attaching all the hardware to our counterweight, which is the heavy guy here. So I've already opened up the packages, speed up the process. We got our floor, our 3 feet. We're going to need 2 of them here for the floor stand. And then the other item are wheels. So these are our coasters that will help move the floor stand around in the gym easily. Alright, so we'll go ahead and screw these in. They're threaded holes, so all we got to do is screw in each wheel. See how quickly I can do this. Haven't had a lot of practice at this at all. This is the first one. So, sure with practice we can get really good at this. So, easily threads in here. It's coarse thread studs on these wheels. There are bolt nuts here that you can lock the wheels in place so they don't unscrew back out on you. Go ahead and get those somewhat tightened down, and then we'll twist the nut down. Go ahead and put a wrench on those real quick just to make sure we keep them in place. Okay. Snug that one up, and we'll snug this one up here. Alright, those aren't going anywhere now. So now we'll do the same thing with the feet. Go ahead and put those on here. And we'll go ahead and do the same thing. We'll leave that loose because we'll level it here when we get it fully assembled. So we'll go ahead and do the same thing on this one. Screw them down. About the same height. Be a good starting place. Alright, so now that's fully assembled. What we're going to do is flip this over so we get the 2 tapped holes here exposed. Alright, step 2. We're going to take the L-shaped piece and we're going to go ahead and put the other foot in here. So these 3 feet are how we level in all directions once it's fully assembled. Depending on how your floor is, it may not be perfectly level. This foot will go in quite a long way into this square tube. Alright, so that's in there good. Alright, next one here is we're going to take this piece, we're going to put a cross member on it. That's this short cross member. We'll go ahead and line up the holes. There are 2 sets of holes here we need to line up. So just make sure you spin it around until you get in the right location. It's easier if you lay it down. So now we've got it lined up. We'll go ahead and do that. So I'm going to go ahead and get the hardware out that I know I need. So you essentially have 1 set of hardware with a locking washer, a little bolt, and you'll have a washer on there, and then so that's going to go into the 2 smaller holes. Just follow the directions and they'll walk you through it nice and easily. Go ahead and get those in there and started. That's 1. Here's 2. We'll snug those up by hand. Then we have longer bolts in the other set. So same deal, you have a bolt, a washer, and 2 nuts. So bolt, washer, and a little nut. So I like the head to be on top, the part that you're going to see. So we'll go in from the top through the steel tube. Line up the hole. And we'll go ahead and get those started. Those are locking nuts, so they won't come loose once we get that all in there. So as you can see, all holes were lined up, which is kind of difficult to do for manufacturing. If you've bought product in the past, you notice sometimes you fight to get all the holes lined up. So So what I'm going to do is go ahead and snug those down nice and tight. The tighter you make the joints, the more structurally solid the floor stand is going to be. There's a lot of weight to this floor stand, so we want to make sure everything is nice and tight. So we'll go ahead and just use a ratchet so we can do it a little faster here. And then we'll go ahead and use the top ones. So, okay, then the next item we do is we attach this cross member. This plate here will attach directly to the cross member. See with the foot on there, I'm going to go ahead and reposition this so I can get to it easier. Maybe if I do a little bit like this without it falling off the table, I can get it to where I can attach this pretty easily. Slide it forward here. Yeah. Let me go ahead. We'll just do it. We'll go ahead and put all feet up on this table. We'll do it that way. That'll be easier. All right. So now we get the set of hardware. There's two big bolts with a washer, a locking washer, and with a flat washer. So go ahead and grab both of those out of there. So of course we go locking washer first, flat washer next. Directions will show you that. We'll go ahead and line these up. Let's go ahead and screw this down a little bit more. Alright. So we'll go ahead and just get that ran through there. So this is your base. The next items we're going to put together here are going to be the upright, the vertical members. Left hand. Let's go ahead. Alright, so as you guys know, this is one of 3 mounts, the floor stand, compared to the, oh, got that, crescent wrench in that. I run this down tight. Should probably have a ratchet. We'll go ahead and just use a crescent wrench. So as you tighten it down, you compress that locking washer. That helps put tension on the bolt, keep it in place. We'll do that nice and tight as well. So now we got the base completely put together. Now we'll secure the 3 upright pieces and we'll be good to go. All right. So we'll go ahead and set this on the ground. I'm going to move it to the front so you can see it easier. So without the uprights on there, you can see the wheels rolling around nice and easy. All right. Now let's go ahead and put the 3 other vertical sections on there. Step 3 is just put these together. So we have the top one, so that will go on last. There's a cap on it. We have one with a logo, so we'll go ahead and put that one on next. Same situation here. We have long bolts and short ones. So we'll go ahead and take our long ones here, put the locking washer, flat washer on. We'll go ahead and get a couple of them ready. This logo screen printed so it looks beautiful facing out. We'll make sure we do it that way. So in this case, we only have one that's needed of the little bolts. They go on the side. Just gotta find the hole. There we go. There we are. Okay. Then we'll take 2 of the long bolts with the nuts. And we'll secure it the other direction. There we go. Dump all these out on the table. All right, 2 bolts, 2 washers, and 2 nuts. And I actually want to run them from this way. So as the athlete runs by, I just like having the finished head on that side. As you can see, the bolts went in really easy if I get that long bolt straight all the way across. Same situation. I'm going to take my ratchet and my wrench and go ahead and tighten all that down nice and tight. I don't want to move on until I get it all nice and tight. And nice and snug. You want to make sure that we don't go too far, too tight to where we snap a bolt, but in this case my ratchet jumps on me before I do that. Alright, so that's those two. What I like doing next is assembling these two together, that way it's at workable height for me. So this is our top piece, and this is our bottom piece. I'm going to go ahead and move around to their side real quick, and we'll go ahead and secure these two together. Same story. Curious how I'm doing on time. It's 5 to 10 minutes. We'll see if that's truly how long this takes. I'm going to go ahead and flip it over and get the other little guy in there. Locking washer and regular washer. Get more. All right. I'll go ahead and tighten that one down nice and tight. After this, we just got 3, do it one more time and it's completely assembled. The only last step to do is just to level. This ratchet's kind of wore out. Should have got a different one. Alrighty. Last but not least, do it one more time. The next height here. Probably can't see all this in the camera. We'll do it the same way. If you lay it down, it can be a little easier if you lay it down, but we're okay. One in there. And we'll go ahead and get the second one in there. What's nice, you can see the manufacturing and the quality of this. Because I'm not fighting it, trying to get any bolts in the holes. The holes are nice and well aligned. It makes putting this together so much easier. Sometimes you have to get a drill out and drill holes, but not in this case. This is the last key one, and that goes in perfectly. Now we'll tighten them up. And we have a completely assembled floor stand. And I'm hoping I said under 10 minutes. Hopefully I've hit that goal. Probably would have if I had a ratchet that actually worked good here. This guy's a little wore out. All right, and last but not least, last one, there we go. Complete assembled floor stand, nice and solid, wheeling around, put it back in the wheels, there you go. Next thing to do is just attach the TH1000 to the top of it. There are 2 holes. So I extend this all the way down. 2 holes that the mounting hardware goes right through, and we attach it to it. level it, and we're good to use it. It's that simple. So until next time, I got other videos here showing some of the design features and the different mounts. Please watch those as well to decide what mount works best for you. Thank you and have a good day.